Jones, and O'Brien.
You ready? Fight!
And here we go. Going to be tough to throw Jake O'Brien around, as strong as Johnny Jones is. And again, very comfortable and very methodical with his boxing skills is Irish Jake O'Brien.
Head kick attempt by Jon Jones.
Jones with a huge reach advantage, Joe. And this is what O'Brien wants. He wants to close the distance. He wants to dirty box a little bit. Right now, very elusive is Jon Jones, though. Stay inside. Good jab.
Couple punches to the top of the head there by O'Brien.
Ducking under and then coming overhand with the right. O'Brien looking to really keep Jones at distance at least until he can get inside with that jab. Throwing the big hook.
Telegraphed that.
Even I saw that one coming. Again, he pushes forward.
Couple good shots, a little dirty boxing inside by O'Brien.
And that looks like it's obviously his game plan, Joe. Again, lead with the jab, get inside, and try to do some damage.
And the important thing is that what we've seen from O'Brien is that he's a solid wrestler, he's got good boxing, and what we've seen from Jones is that he's got great wrestling and real good at taking guys down. But a guy like O'Brien is very different from the guys that he's fought before. O'Brien is a much better wrestler than Stephan Bonnar or Andre Gusmão, so we're going to get to see a different look.
Much bigger, too. Former heavyweight.
Good left hook.
The aggressor thus far is Jake O'Brien.
And what we're going to see also is whether or not Bones gets frustrated when things aren't going his way immediately.
Oh, nicely done.
Nice head kick up there.
Ducked under and brought it up. Set it up with a couple of inside leg kicks, Joe.
Oh, slap.
Got good hip turn to Jon Jones.
But
on
that was
kicks.
a good right hand by Jake O'Brien.
When Jones extends that jab, you can see it there. He can keep pretty much anybody at bay.
Good shots there by O'Brien, Mike. Nice short punches.
O'Brien is the one to score 205. 2 minutes remains in round one. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Let it go, Jake. Just like that. Let that straight go. Let the straight go.
O'Brien is pressing forward, and it looks like what he's trying to do is counter. He's waiting for Jones to make moves, and then he's trying to counter. Jones with a high kick there.
You know, O'Brien really does have the attributes, the potential at 24 years old. Two young fighters, Joe, that could have a very long and prosperous future in the UFC.
Yeah, especially now that O'Brien is down at 205.
Absolutely.
Where I think he belongs.
Overcame the tough cut in his light heavyweight debut at UFC 94 down the street at the MGM.
Nice body kick there by Mr. Jones. Good footwork also by Jones.
Like how he snaps that jab out there, Joe. Very light on his feet, as you mentioned. Little shuffle. 35 seconds remains in the round.
He's found a home for that inside leg kick over and over. He's landed that on Jake O'Brien.
And remember, he went for the head kick earlier, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes with that inside leg kick and then changes it up. You can see the inside of the left leg very red, bruised and battered already from those inside leg kicks from Jon Jones. And again.
Try to jumping switch kick right there.
White and blue trunks for O'Brien. And the white trunks for Jones.
Jumping kick attack by Mr. Jones, and another head kick attempt.
He'd worked the inside of the left leg, the lead leg, throughout the majority of round number 1. Man, he dances around with a lot of confidence.
One thing different in this fight, I mean, even though he's throwing all these wild kicks and punches, we haven't seen any of the wild throws and takedown attempts from Jon Jones that have really been his trademark.
Well, as you mentioned, Joe, Irish Jake O'Brien, an outstanding wrestler, 152-9, 44-0 as a senior. And maybe Jones knew that he wasn't going to be able to throw Jake O'Brien around like he had done against Stephan Bonner and Andre Guzman.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even seem like he's thinking about it.
Superman punch.
Jake O'Brien so far hasn't, I don't remember him throwing any kicks in the first round. And he's just leaning in and punching. Now, when you're just punching, the problem is the distance is different, and the distance that Jon Jones is using is already amplified by the fact that he's a taller guy. And then on top of that, he's throwing kicks. So he's going to be outside of the range of Jake O'Brien, and he's going to be doing, you know, what he's been doing for the most damage so far has been his kicks. So O'Brien's got to do something to switch it up.
No question. Both men very content to work this fight on the feet for the majority of the time, too. Lead left hook.
I think we've seen so many times in the octagon, whenever one guy is one-dimensional in his striking attack, like just using punches, and the other guy mixes it up with kicks as well, the other guy has just got a giant advantage, especially as far as, you know, him being able to dictate the distance.
And Jones early. Oh, he caught him.
He tried that spinning elbow, and he clipped the top of the head of Jake O'Brien.
O'Brien's back up. And again, that's exactly what I was about to say, Joe. He's got his attention with so many different strikes, and now O'Brien might want to get off the feet for a little while.
O'Brien might be resting here, but this is the guillotine attempt here by Jon Jones. It's tough to tell. I mean, a very strong grappler. If he's got a hold of Jake O'Brien's neck here, it looks like he's got it very deep, Mike. I can't see it from this angle.
Looking to finish it.
He put him out. He put him out. Wow.
Jon Jones has choked out Jake O'Brien. Joe, it all started to go downhill quickly for O'Brien with that spinning elbow.
Yeah, he clipped him hard with that, but the choke that he hit him with, it was really tough to tell because we couldn't see it from this angle.
Bud Light replay, the difference is drinkability. Here's that spinning elbow we talked about.
Yeah, let's take a look at that again. He fakes a takedown and hits him with this bang right in the top of the head, and that rocked Jake O'Brien. Then Jones jumps all over him, and now we can tell it here. We can see it better here from the overhead shot. He sinks a guillotine in. He's got a guillotine, and then he tucks it in deeper. It's like a no-arm Darce choke. He goes under and then grabs a hold of it with his bicep, and that's just real deep there. See it there? He's got... It's tough to tell because he's covering the head. You can't really see it, but O'Brien taps, and then he goes out. It was basically a no-arm guillotine, excuse me, a no-arm Darce choke.
Jon Jones, 3-0 in the UFC, 9-0 in his career. Here's the official decision from Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 43 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a guillotine choke, Johnny Bones Jones.
Well, he mixed things up nicely. Caught him with the elbow, finishes with the submission, and defeats Jake O'Brien.